The beggar boy and the touch of Jesus. In a small village on the outskirts of Jerusalem, a young boy named Eli lived a life of hardship. Orphaned at a young age, he had no home, no family, and no one to care for him. He survived by begging on the streets, hoping for the kindness of strangers. Most people ignored him, and some even scorned him. But one day, everything changed. Eli's days were filled with suffering. He wandered the marketplace, watching as merchants sold their goods, as mothers held their children close, and as fathers provided for their families. He longed for warmth, for a place to belong. Each night, he curled up in an alleyway, cold and alone, praying for something, anything, to change. One evening, as the sun set over the horizon, he sat near the city gate, his small hands trembling from hunger. He whispered a prayer, "God, if you see me, if you care, please send someone to help me." Little did he know, his prayer was about to be answered in a way he never expected. One afternoon, as Eli sat by the roadside, weak and hungry, he noticed a group of people following a man dressed in simple robes. There was something different about this man. His presence was peaceful, yet powerful. People called him Jesus. Curious, Eli watched as Jesus stopped to heal the sick, comfort the broken-hearted, and bless the children. He saw the blind regain their sight and the lame walk again. He heard whispers of his miracles, how he fed thousands with just a few loaves and fish, how he calmed the storm, and how he spoke with an authority unlike any other. For the first time in a long while, Eli felt hope stir within him. Summoning his courage, he stepped forward and tugged on Jesus' robe. Jesus turned and looked at Eli, not with disgust, not with pity, but with love. "What do you need, my child?" he asked gently. Eli hesitated. He had spent years asking for coins, for food, for shelter. But in that moment, he realized he wanted something more. With trembling lips, he whispered, "I just want to belong. I just want to be loved." Jesus knelt down and placed his hands on Eli's shoulders. "You are loved, my child. More than you can ever imagine. The Father knows your name, and you are never forgotten." Tears welled in Eli's eyes. For the first time in his life, he felt seen, truly seen. Jesus then turned to his disciples and said, "Whoever welcomes this child in my name welcomes me." One of the disciples, moved by compassion, offered to take Eli in and care for him. From that day forward, Eli's life was never the same. He no longer had to beg, no longer had to wonder if he mattered. He found a family among the followers of Jesus, and most importantly, he found his worth in God's love. Years later, the little beggar boy became a messenger of hope, sharing the same love that once found him on the dusty roads of Jerusalem. His story lived on, a testament to the power of compassion and the infinite love of God. Eli's journey did not end with his transformation, it was only the beginning. As he traveled, he met countless others who were lost and broken, just as he once was. He shared his story not to glorify himself, but to point them toward the one who had saved him. One day, Eli came across a young girl named Miriam, who sat crying in the same spot where he had once begged. Her clothes were torn, and her eyes carried the weight of despair. Without hesitation, Eli knelt beside her and said, "You are not alone. I was once like you, hungry, cold, and forgotten. But there is hope." He told her about Jesus, the man who had stopped for him, the man who had given him a new life. Miriam listened, tears streaming down her face, as Eli gently lifted her up and took her to the same community that had embraced him years before. As the years passed, Eli's kindness and faith inspired many. He started a small refuge for orphans and the poor, ensuring that no child would feel the loneliness he once knew. His hands, once weak from hunger, now worked tirelessly to provide for others. His voice, once timid and unsure, now preached boldly of God's love and redemption. And so, the little beggar boy who once sat alone in the streets became a beacon of hope, lighting the way for others to find their own transformation through Jesus Christ. If you find the story interesting, please leave a like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to support us. Thank you.